Good morning, YouTube. Let me get Instagram going. Good morning. Welcome to the PT on Ice Daily Show. My name is Dr. Alexis Morgan, and I am happy to be here this Monday morning with you all. I'm coming off of an amazing weekend. Right here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, we had our live pelvic course. So I am one of the ICE pelvic faculty. And you may notice that we used to be called pregnancy and postpartum faculty. We've started switching over and calling us ICE faculty, or I'm sorry, pelvic faculty. And that is because we're really starting to shift in our thinking and in our understanding really of what we've been teaching about pelvic floor health in the pregnancy and postpartum space. And that is that pelvic health really applies to all and to so many. And so this past weekend, we launched an update of our live material, and we had an absolute blast. So, of course, we're still talking about one of our favorite topics, pregnancy and postpartum and lifting heavy weights. Well, we've also added in to our live course a lot of other things. So, we talked about running and went through running lab. And of course, gymnastics and pull ups and diastasis, right? But what we added was so much more to really fully encompass the pelvic floor and core rehab that we do. And we are really thrilled to have you all join us and learn more, especially as this field evolves. It is changing so rapidly. We are keeping up with the research in this area and keeping it up to date for you all. So, really, really pumped to talk with you all this morning, actually, about something that happened over the weekend. And that is C-section scar actually causing SIJ pain. So, in our live course, we talk about pelvic girdle pain, anterior and posterior pelvic girdle pain. We have several hypotheses that need to be on our list when we're considering pain posteriorly. We had an update in 2021 looking at the evidence surrounding our tests for SIJ. And what we now know is that our SIJ cluster, right, our test to test for SIJ pain, when they are all positive, we can only be 35% sure that it's coming from the SIJ. Yikes. That is actually less than chance. That is not good. However, they are good tests for ruling out the SIJ. So if they are all negative, you can be 92% certain that it's not coming from the SIJ. So, what is really interesting? So, this weekend, we had a clinician who was having SIJ pain. She had also previously had a C section, and we went through C section assessment and treatment. And I demonstrated how I use cups for treating the C section. And as soon as I pulled up on that restricted area of her C-section scar, she was like, oh my goodness, that is replicating my SIJ pain. And it was such an amazing demonstration of really what we consistently talk about in that, yes, we are going to see people having pain on the backside, but we've got to rule out all these other areas. We've got to look into the hip and the low back, central sensitization, all of these things. And I think now, especially after this weekend, seeing this, we might need to add in some soft tissue work anteriorly to that list because it absolutely reproduced her pain. I thought that was really amazing, and I wanted to hop on here this morning and share that with you all because in this field of pelvic floor and in this area of pregnancy and postpartum, the SIJ gets so much attention, so much attention. And we're always worried, oh, it's the SIJ, it's the SI joint. We need to do certain things for this, certain tests for that. And I really want you all to broaden your scope and look at what all the other factors may be involved in that painful area. Because it just might be that person's C-section scar anteriorly, and that fascia and that scar tissue that is forming, that is causing and or referring pain posteriorly. So if you all have any stories of replicating pain posteriorly in maybe an area that you were surprised about, I would love to hear that from you all. We are going to be on the road a lot this fall into early next year. We've already got several on the books. We are next going to be on the road in the end of July in Denver, Colorado. We would love for you to join us. Learn how to assess and treat the C-section scar. Learn how to assess the running and coaching your clients with that. Learn how to brace and use a weightlifting belt with heavy squatting. You're going to have so much fun at this course. We can't wait to see you on the road. Thanks so much for joining me this Monday morning. We will see you all next week. Have a good one.